Around 3 months ago, Peterbot said this.
I'm on a cheap budget. Okay, I have a $50 desk, okay? Not even, maybe 45. I got a bench fishing mouse pad, some super light, Apex Pro. Got a headset that is I'm gonna be winning grants on a broken headset.
Fast forward to today, he did in fact win FNCS with a broken headset in the most craziest back-to-back finish ever. And I thought I'd update this older video since a lot has changed, like his new display resolution, his load sensitivity, and his slightly updated setup for late 24. I also thought I'd cover some important stuff like his custom cursor, why he even uses a superhero skin, and also showcase his optimized Windows 11 operating system. But starting off in the settings, he is using full screen as you get lower input delay. He's also got a new resolution that's native 1920 by 1080. And the reason he is using this is because the rules state that on LAN you must use a native res. So the old stretched resolution he used to use is not actually allowed on LAN. It's only allowed with online play. So that's why 2 months ago he had to start practicing 1920 by 1080. Aside from that, we've got his brightness, which is maxed out. That's on 150%. As for his render mode, he's using performance, as this does give you a FPS boost. He's also got his view distance on far, which can allow you to see items a lot further. And he's got his textures on low, with meshes on low as well. For his game settings, he's got toggle sprint on, auto open doors on, and hold the swap pickup off. He's also got disable pre-edit option turned off, with auto confirm edits on both. To know what this exactly does, you can check out this video on screen. For his HUD settings, he's got reticle on, reticle ammo indicator on. He's got damage numbers on cumulative. This automatically adds up the damage dealt for you. And he's got his damage feedback on hit only. That looks like this on screen. He's also got his HUD on 62%, with the rest of the HUD settings looking pretty default. As for his new in-game sense, his X and Y sensitivities are both the same. That's on 6.4%. However, when it comes to his targeting and scope sense, those have both been reduced by 0.5. So they're now 45% on both of them. He's also got his building and editing sense on 100, his mouse DPI on 800, his mouse hertz on 2000 hertz. He's got the default Windows sense, and I believe mouse acceleration is disabled. As for his movement, I do still believe that this is off, and he does not use custom diagonal controls, to many people's surprise. It even states that this is a fact in his stream commands. As for his audio settings, he's got his sound quality on low to get more FPS, and he's using the visualize sound effects option on, which gives you a slight advantage. For his keybinds, his movement is quite unique, especially for a sprint bind, but the crouch is pretty normal. His reload is on Q, use is on E, harvesting tool is on mouse button 4, slot 1 to slot 5 is default, with slot 2 having mouse button 5 on it. The building's quite unique. He's got his wall on T, his floor on Y, stairs is on F, roof is on V, trap is on R, and repair and rotate are both on H and J, with the final keybind being his building edit. That's on G, and he is using mouse wheel reset scroll down. For those curious of his hand cam, by the way, here's what it looks like on screen, so you can try and make use of those crazy keybinds. Moving on to his setup, his mouse is the Logitech G Pro X Superlight 2 in white, and that costs nearly $150. His mouse pad is the GameSense Radar Benji Fishy edition, and that costs nearly $40. For his keyboard, he's rocking the SteelSeries Apex Pro 10 key less in the 19 edition, I believe. That comes in at nearly $190, and I believe he's got the actuation point set up to be 0.2. For his monitor, I believe that's the Zowie XL2566K, which comes in at nearly $600. For his headset, that's the HyperX Cloud 2s, that's nearly $70. And for his chair, he's using the Walmart office chair, that's only $60. And for his desk, he's using the Walmart folding table, which is only $50. As for his PC specs, he said on stream he actually doesn't know fully what these are. So if I was to take a guess, I believe his case is the Corsair 5000D. The CPU will be the Intel Core i9-14900K. The graphics card is definitely an Nvidia GeForce RTX 4090. I assume the motherboard will be a high-end Asus ROG Maximus Z790. The RAM will be super high, like 48GB of 8000 Hz, with an amazing power supply to power this beast of a PC. Next, we've got his custom grey superhero skin. Now, the reason for why him and many other pros use this is because of three main advantages. One is the clean design design. This helps with FPS and lower delay. 2 is its neutral color, allowing it to blend into its surroundings. And then 3 is it being slim. No one wants a big, thick skin that everyone can see easily. To get this though, you firstly do need to own a superhero skin. It can be any of these that you want, but obviously you need to wait for it to come into the item shop, then purchase the superhero skin in itself. I recommend Backlash. I think it's one of the best ones out there. And once you have purchased a superhero skin, if you head into the edit style, for the first page under suit pattern, you want to make sure you select the third one, which is bold. As for the head style, you want to make sure the full mask is selected. For the eye mask, you want to make sure that is actually turned off, even though we can't really see it. And then for the belt, that also wants to be off too. For the second page, you want to make sure the primary material is on the fourth one, that is cloth. And for the primary color, you want to make sure that that is on silver, which is the third one along. For the secondary material, you want to make sure that is on the first one, which is spandex. And for the secondary color, you want to make sure that is on silver. For the accessory color, you can skip this as it doesn't matter. For the eye effects, I believe he does use this, as you can see it on screen here. So you want to make sure you do enable that and make sure it is on white. Next up, we've got his custom crosshair, which you can see him using in game, especially on the lobby screen and on the inventory / map screens. To get your hands on this, you need to go over to your desktop. You need to open up the start menu, and inside here, just type in mouse settings like so and click on the first one. You then want to scroll down to additional mouse settings. By the way, the steps to get to here are very similar on Windows 10, but once you get into the mouse properties, if you head into the pointers section right here, make sure a normal select is selected, then click on browse. This is where you can find a custom crosshair. Now you can add your own custom made one, but I believe the one that Peterbot is using right now is the Cross IL. So if you select that one right there, you'll notice it changes it to this black crosshair. However, in game it's more translucent. But if you go ahead and apply that, you'll notice that your default Windows cursor will change from looking like this to looking like this on screen. And you can see it looks pretty much the exact same as Peterbot. Moving on from that, I want to showcase his Windows 11 settings. As you can see, here's proof of him using that operating system. The first one is to press the Windows key and R, then type in system properties performance.exe, and this will open up the visual effects tab. If you click on adjust for best performance, you'll notice it unchecks all the settings, but what we need to do is tick these 5 essential ones, which I'm doing on screen right now, to get the basic functionality from Windows. It's just more stripped down without all the fancy animations and stuff like that. From there, we're going to type in services, and basically what we're going to do in here is disable some of the services to lower our overall processes in Windows. It'll basically be stuff that has no sort of use whatsoever and you will rarely use, like the wallet service right here. Now if you do actually use this, you obviously don't want to do it, but if you literally just right click on it, go into its properties, then head into the startup type and disable it, that's literally all you need to do to disable a process / service. There's plenty of other ones you can do it to as well, like the Windows Insider service. Just go into the properties and then disable it like so. I also like to go into the run box and type in temp. I then like to select all of these and simply delete them. I do this again with %, temp %, and yet again with prefetch. Also, while the game is running, I press Ctrl Alt Delete, go into the task manager, and then find Fortnite, right click on it, go to details, then right click on the top exe, set the priority from the default normal to high. You'll notice as well in the task manager, if you look at the very bottom, you'll see uptime. To your surprise, the uptime may be very high, like some of these examples are on screen, like some are just ridiculous. And this is because of a fast start feature, which has become quite the meme. So to fix this, head into power options, click change settings that are unavailable, and simply uncheck this option. Now when you shut down your PC will fully shut down and the uptimer will be reset. Oh, if you go into gaming too, specifically under the game bar, you want to ensure that that is turned off, as it can give you micro stutters. As well, in the search, if you type in power plan, click edit power plan, then change advanced settings, you'll notice by default it's on a normal power plan. Instead, you want to change that to high performance, which as you can imagine will make it perform at a higher level. After, I recommend disabling unused background applications by heading into your settings, then into apps, and underneath installed apps, you've got all of your different installed apps, and if you want to find out if any of them are running in the background, you literally just click on those 3 dots on the right hand side, go into advanced options, and under where it says background apps permissions, you can actually click on it and select never if you want to stop it from running in the background. And the last thing I've seen a lot of the pros do is head into their accessibility settings. They then go into visual effects, and under where it says transparency effects, they'll actually disable this setting, which does actually make Windows look a lot cleaner, and it will help with performance. In addition to that, you can also go under and disable the animation effects, which you can imagine can also boost your FPS slightly. And then under the audio or accessibility / captions, you can turn those off too. I do believe though they are disabled by default. And that right there is everything you need to know about Peterbot and his updated settings for 2024. If it helped, feel free to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and before you go, check out any of my other videos on screen right now.